Hi everybody, I'm back again. Okay, now I'm going to be making my mom's lemon cake. Tried to make it the other day and I mixed up two recipes because I have them both in my head, not written down. So today I have things straight and square, and so today I'm going to really be making my mom's cake. Okay, so I've gone ahead and, whoa, alrighty then. I've gone ahead and I've sprayed my baking dish with Baker's Joy, which is an oil and flour mixture. It makes it really quick and easy. And today I'm going to be using this Duncan Hines Signature Lemon Supreme Cake. And for this cake, what you're going to need is 1/3 cup of oil, 1 cup of water, and 3 large eggs. Always crack your always crack your eggs into a bowl. That way you make sure that you don't get any eggshells accidentally into your cake mix. If you crack them into a bowl, you can see them more readily and get them out. Okay, we'll also be making a glaze for this cake. So we'll be needing some powdered sugar, 1½ cups, and the juice and zest from 1 lemon. And if you're wondering what that is back there in the background, that is not a banana. That is a plankton, and it will be ready in the next day or so for me to fry up, and I will be filming that as well. Okay, now back to our cake. Like I said, we need 1/3 cup of oil, 1 cup of water, and 3 large eggs. I've already put the cake mix into the mixing bowl. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the water in first. And I like this particular mixing bowl because it rotates. The beaters are over here on one side so that you can easily add ingredients on this side without getting it all over the top of your mixer part. Also, I use this one for lighter things like cake mixes and stuff. I just didn't have it on hand, but I got it out of storage the other day, so it's much lighter and easier to use for easy, simple things like a boxed cake. Okay, now let's get started. We're going to turn this on low, about speed 2. We're going to go ahead and come in with our eggs. And we're just going to leave this on low until the ingredients are all moistened. And now I'm going to come in with the 1/3 cup of oil. And I'm going to leave that on low until speed it up just a little bit so it catches those eggs. Run this on low until all of the ingredients are moistened and incorporated. Okay, now I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to scrape down the sides of my bowl to get all that powdery stuff that's left on the sides down into the mix. Okay. It's been a busy day in the kitchen today. Okay, now I'm going to turn this back up on low. A little bit higher this time. See if we can't get those eggs incorporated. Okay, I just wanted to slide that over to the center so it would get those eggs. Okay, now we're going to turn this up at about 6, 7, and we're going to let these beaters whip some air into this batter and into those eggs so that we have a nice, light, and fluffy cake. Okay, once again, I'm going to go in with my spatula and get everything off the sides. Sorry, I didn't mean to be pointing at my slippers. Okay, now we are going to pop it up on high for 2 minutes. Make sure we get those eggs and the water and the oil and everything fully incorporated into the mix and get some air down in there. Okay, so excuse the noise while the beaters or while the mixer is running. Okay, while that is running, I'm going to go ahead and let you know that we are going to take the juice and zest from 1 lemon. We're going to need that. We're going to need 1.5 cups of confectioner's sugar, powdered sugar. It's called different things in different places. Okay, that is coming along nicely. I forgot to let you know that by now you should have already turned your oven on to 350 degrees. So if you haven't already, go ahead and turn your oven on to 350 degrees. I hope you all are having a wonderful Saturday. It's absolutely gorgeous here. I've been outside in the back playing with my flowers and watering all my plants and just enjoying an absolutely glorious morning. I've got some collard greens going on over there. There's a video for that. I've got an eggcorn squash that I'm going to be doing after I get this cake baked. So there'll be that, and then there will also be this cake. So, like I said, it's a busy day in the kitchen today. Okay, I'll be back when the 2 minutes are up. Okay, everybody, our cake has finished beating, and it's now in the 9x13 pan. And I just want to just move it around to make sure that it's nice and level all the way across. Go ahead and give this a turn here. I can get over to this corner, a little high over here, and a little low over here. So you just kind of want to make sure that it's level, not with any really high spots anywhere, or any really low spots anywhere. Okay, now that's looking pretty good. And since there's no more kids left in my house, guess who gets to lick the spoon? That would be me. Okay. No. That is so yummy. Oh, my mouth is watering. I cannot wait until later when this cake is done. Okay, next thing. Always be sure to drop your cake at least 3 or 4 times, because we've beaten a lot of air down into this cake and into these eggs. And while yes, we do want a nice, light, airy cake, we don't want a cake that has great big air pockets in it. Holes. Because that's what an air pocket? That's what an air hop. Okay. Tongue twister again. That is what an air pocket would become. And you can see some big ones right there that are coming to the surface. And as soon as those ones pop, I'll be dropping this down. Okay, that looks great. All of the biggest air bubbles, one more time, just for good measure. 2 more times, just for good measure. Okay, we're gonna pop this bad boy into our preheated 350 degree oven onto the middle shelf. I always use an oven thermometer to be sure that my oven is cooking at the exact temperature that I want it to cook, because my oven happens to have a mind of its own. Imagine that. Okay, this is going to cook for 21 to 26 minutes, and I will be back when I take it out of the oven. I'll be back. I'm back. The cake is out of the oven, and I have poked it with holes with just a fork, and I'm not going all the way down to the bottom, just into the cake. Okay, so you poke holes in the entire top of the cake, but just very small ones, and you do not go to the bottom of the cake. Okay, now I'm going to show you how you zest a lemon. Okay, this lemon has been thoroughly scrubbed. What you want to do is just rub it gently against your zester, because you don't want to get any of the white. All you want is that lemon rind, that zesty lemon rind that has all that wonderful lemon oil in it. And this will go on top of our cake, or I mean into our glaze. And if you don't want to do this part, feel free not to. You don't have to. I just think it imparts a whole bunch of more lemon flavor, and it makes it pretty, I think, because the little lemony pieces kind of stand up and glow all over the cake. So I think this is a very beautiful cake. It's very light, it's very summery, but you can also make it in the middle of winter to remind yourself that summer is never too far away. Okay, now, I think I've got a good amount of zest there. Come in this way and get all of that out of there. Like that. Knock that off a bit. See if I can get a little bit more off of here. I don't want that white stuff. Just that nice lemon. That nice yellow. A little bit more right in there. Okay. I think we are good to go. I think that will be plenty of zest. Okay. Pop that into the sink. Excuse me while I reach across and grab a paper towel. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and zest, or I mean juice, this lemon. Okay, excuse me. I reach across and get this paring knife so I can cut this lemon in half. Okay, these seeds that I can see right at the beginning, I just go ahead, take them off. This is an absolutely lovely lemon. Firm and lemony, and my mouth is just absolutely watering like crazy bad watering. I don't know what it is about fresh lemons. Like, all I have to do is zest it and immediately my mouth starts watering. And then when I start juicing my lemon, it waters even more. I think for me, this is probably the best cake on the planet. It's light, it's airy, it's good for summer, it's good for the dark days of winter. I just can't really think of anything that it's not good for. Okay, now this time when we make the glaze, unlike the last lemon cake I made, it came out delicious and it was wonderful. It just wasn't what I had planned on making and didn't turn out like what I planned on making. So I've got the recipe straight now in my head, and probably should do myself a favor and write them down on paper. I am getting older, and our memory starts to go a little bit when we get older, I think. So now I'm just trying to make sure I get all this juice out, getting the seeds and the pulp out of the way. Actually, I don't mind if there's a little pulp. I really don't. So let's see how I can do this so y'all can see what I'm doing. So this is what I do at the end. I just go ahead and put my knife there so that none of the seeds can come out. And even if a couple seeds, whoop, there went one. Even if a seed does come out, I'm pouring it into this bowl, not into this bowl. And that is specifically why, so that I don't accidentally get anything into my glaze that I don't want to be there. Okay. I think that's all of our juice. Okay. Pop that over into the sink. Get this little seed that's trying to play with us and getting our yummy cake. Get that out of there. I've got a little cut on my hand. And let me tell you what, that lemon juice is letting me know it's there. Okay. So now, next, we're going to take this same fork that we poked holes in, and we're going to, just a little bit at a time, see if I can turn around just a little bit so you can see better, just a little at a time, because we want a very thick glaze. We don't want something that's super runny. I want something that's going to hold right up to this cake. And powdered sugar can be very deceiving when you're adding liquid. Put that down here so that I can hold this bowl. Give it a good stir. So I make sure that I don't get too much lemon juice in it. Okay, we can use a little bit more. We're almost there. Really, really close. This would actually probably be working much better for me if I was using a whisk and not a fork. So, I'm going to get a whisk real quick. Here's my baby whisk. Here it is. A whisk for every occasion. Big whisks, little whisks, silicone coated whisks. If you're willing to whisk it, I'm willing to offer up a whisk. Okay. just about the consistency we're wanting. Got to make sure I get every bit of that powdered sugar incorporated. I can take a little bit more juice, not much, just a couple drops. And then I'm going to put in this lovely zest. That off of there. And as you can see, that the zest kind of gives the glaze a little yellow appearance, and it just makes it look really pretty, I think, and imparts such a wonderful, wonderful lemon flavor. Okay, I'm really, really close. I just think I need just a couple more drops of lemon juice. And if you do get it too thin, just can add in a little more powdered sugar. No worries. Just have fun in the kitchen. That's what I'm doing. If it comes out different than what I planned, well, we eat it anyway. No big deal. Okay, I'm thinking that looks really, really good. Make sure every bit of that gets incorporated. Set these aside, set this aside, and bring this cake into the picture. Okay, now I'm going to want to start pouring this. Now you do pour this glaze on when the cake is still warm. So, with that being said, I'm going to want to start at the center of the cake and pour very slowly so it all just doesn't run off the sides onto the bottom. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, that's what I was looking for. Now before this runs off, I'm going to go ahead and start spreading it around before it runs all off of the cake. Runs all off the sides. There will still be plenty to run off the sides, but right now I want to make sure that the top of this gets glazed really well. Okay, come on in with a little more glaze here. On this edge. Make sure those edges get done. But again, I want to make sure that there's plenty in the center. Put this down for a second. I want every bit of that luscious goodness out of this bowl and on my cake. Okay. There we go. Now, we're just going to run this around, smooth it around, try and make sure every little piece gets glazed. Sometimes even after I glaze the cake, I'll go ahead and put even more zest on it. I'm not going to do that today, but I do that regularly because I just think it adds so much flavor. And Don't ever try to make this cake with like the real lemon juice, what I call fake lemon juice. I think it really is lemon juice, but it isn't fresh squeezed lemon juice. This glaze is meant to be made with fresh squeezed lemon juice. The real lemon will not work for this. It'll work for a lot of other things, and I have used it, not for this cake, but for other things. And for those things, it works well, but it does not work well for this cake. Okay. Got that all glazed really well. Whoops. I think that looks absolutely beautiful. Okay, we're just going to leave this, let that glaze set up. As the cake cools and the glaze becomes part of this wonderful cake. Okay. That looks beautiful. My mouth is salivating so bad right now. And it's going to be hours before I get to taste this. Because I am having company for dinner tonight. So this is the dessert that I will be serving. Alright. I'm a perfectionist, and it's showing right now because I just keep moving it and moving it and moving it, and truthfully, it's done. Okay. I hope you enjoyed watching my video. This lemon cake is truly my mom's lemon cake. It is exquisite and comes out perfect every time when you make it the right way. Okay. Thank you so very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you liked my video. And I'll be back later today to cut it and give you a taste test. Okay, I'll be back. Hi everybody, I'm back. We've had our dinner and now it's time for dessert. I've gone ahead and cut the cake, and I want this corner piece right here. First piece is always the hardest. Okay. I have been waiting for this all day. Well, feels like all day. Okay. That is the cake that I was expecting to get. These are the results. It's light, it's fluffy, it's moist, it's got a lightly crispy, whoops, I dropped it, glaze. Okay. Glaze on top, and as you can see, it is just like melt in your mouth. Okay. That is really, really good. Okay. That is my mom's lemons cake. And it is really, really good. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and stay tuned for more videos. Okay, have a good night. Brightest blessings.